Hey there, it's Chris Cashman in the heart of the Emerald City, and I have found the ultimate perch for you to watch the Seahawks on King 5 win on Sunday. This sports bar was built for big moments like this. It's 24,000 square feet. That's 12 twice. Yes, we'll tell you all about it tonight on Evening.
The small town that's celebrating the Seattle Seahawks in a big way. And are you in need of a specific recipe? We take a trip to Seattle's only cookbook shop. Plus, win the experience of a lifetime with a trip to Alaska and indulge in a culinary feast featuring fresh seafood.
Yeah, I get my steps in tonight. Usually this place is cashless. Not tonight. The Cash Man taking over Tom's Watch Bar, and that's okay if it's a new name to you. They're still relatively in their infancy stage here, open less than a year in the shadow of the Space Needle directly across from Climate Pledge Arena. You can see how expansive this is. We got the place to ourselves for this super preview. This is just one room. There's another room. There's an upstairs. There's a rooftop deck. And yes, they are going to be hosting a Super Sunday party. They've even got VIP opportunities you could take advantage of. But if you are at home, maybe you're not even in Seattle. Maybe you're south of here, beyond Olympia, in Winlock, where that tiny town, I hear, is going quite big with their team spirit. Saint has that story.
Most small towns have a welcome sign. Winlock has something a little more colorful. 400-pound cast iron roosters scattered around town, a tribute to Winlock's history as the self-proclaimed egg capital of the world.
What is that color called?
Ford blue.
And this is Heidi Uri. She's giving this big bird a makeover. Green and blue, Seahawks colors.
It absolutely gets the town fired up.
Because Seattle is headed to the Super Bowl. And in a town this small, you celebrate the big moments big.
I love the Seahawks, you know? Who doesn't?
For years, Heidi's mother painted the roosters around Winlock, a white one in front of the museum, a brown one by the bank, a rowdy one by the local cafe, and a dark rooster by the railroad tracks. But before she passed away, Heidi's mom made sure the tradition wouldn't die with her.
She had me, I guess, try out and paint one while she was still alive, and she liked the way I did it, so I just became the painter after she passed away.
So now Heidi opens the paint cans and keeps her mother's brushstrokes alive, one rooster at a time.
I think about her all the time. I feel like she's telling me I'm not that color, or do it this way. And it's really fulfilling.
The roosters have become more than roadside attractions. They're conversation starters, memory makers, a testament to what one woman started, and what her daughter refuses to let end.
Go Hawks!
Thank you, Saint, and let's not forget you can't have Winlock without that win. Let's get it this Sunday. The Seahawks and the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. You can watch it right here on King 5. Heck, you could even watch King 5 right here at Tom's Watch Bar. Maybe you're more of a reader, though. That's okay, because there's a spot in Fremont unlike any other place in Seattle, or the state for that matter. This shop specializes in just one thing.
On a cold Seattle winter day, we found one of America's most influential food voices inside this little bookstore.
Cookbooks are one of those things where there's value in reading them front to back, but there's also value in sort of just browsing through them and perusing them for inspiration.
Seattle cookbook author J. Kenji Lopez Alt has well over 2 million followers between Instagram and YouTube, but he's a big believer in the power of a physical cookbook.
And that's something that you lose with an online experience, I think books in general are just sort of physically beautiful objects, and cookbooks in particular.
He's signing his cookbooks inside Book Larder, our state's only cookbook store.
Book Larder is a specialty bookstore. We sell 100% cookbooks, food writing, and culinary merchandise. We're also a community.
I love to cook, so that's why I'm here.
6 months ago, Vivian Irving stepped into the role of owner, taking over a space that's been a fixture in Seattle's food scene since 2011.
It feels great. It's truly a dream come true. I always wanted to own a business and never dreamed it would be a cookbook store. I get to work with an amazing team.
The name is apt. A larder is a big cupboard for storing food, and there's plenty of room here.
We also host cooking classes. We'll do book clubs and just get people together to talk about food.
Curating the shelves is part instinct, part research, and part responsibility.
Just bring some really great culture and heritage, expertise.
That approach has made Book Larder a destination for some of the most recognizable names in food.
So if anybody wants a signed copy of my book, they place an order and I come here once a month. I personalize them and then Vivian and the team here send them out all over the world.
So I am loving this one right now. This is Crumb Braided Heritage, Indigenous, African, and European cultures.
The heart of food is getting people to gather around a table. Cooking is a social activity.
From first-time cooks to world-class chefs, Book Larder remains a place where Seattle comes together, one recipe at a time.
Thank you to Diane Lewis-Torrey for that story. And Book Larder always keeping their website up to date with the different chefs they're bringing in, so keep checking out that website for the latest. Speaking of food, Seattle-based Holland America took Team Evening on a 7-day cruise right out of Seattle to Alaska. We all went cruising. Jose, of course, focused on the food and takes us on an incredible culinary journey.
Have you ever wondered what it really takes to feed every guest on a Holland America cruise? Let's just say it's a big operation.
You know this is a huge kitchen, Chef.
Yes, we need it. It's approximately 12,000 meals every day.
12,000 meals?
Food is the highlight of the cruise line. Wide variety of food available in our Lido buffets and the different dining outlets.
Can you tell me a little bit about the different type of restaurants you guys have here?
We do have 5 varieties of restaurant. One is our Tamarind restaurant connected with Chef Masaharu Morimoto. We do have an Italian restaurant called Canaletto. We have a dive-in bar. We have New York pizza, Lido buffet, and the main dining room.
So it's time to eat, I guess?
Yes.
Lucky for me, the chef had a perfect and elegant dining experience to recommend. With a menu that highlights the best of land and sea.
We have a Pinnacle Grill restaurant, which is one of the best steakhouse in the high seas.
How big is that steak?
This is 36 ounce.
And that's for me?
Absolutely for you.
But wait, there's more, much more on the menu for tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm having red wine, creamy soup, steak, fish, and even dessert.
Chef, I had the feeling I ordered a little bit too much.
On board, it's never too much.
Where should I start, Chef?
Go for the steak first.
Go for the steak first.
One of the best I ever had. Next, Chef wanted to delight me with seafood.
It's the fresh Alaskan.
That looks good. I feel like I won the lottery today.
Holland America line is the first cruise line with the fresh fish program. We take fresh fish from local places, especially in Alaska.
Believe it or not, there's a way to even get a fresher fish. For that, I sign up to Alaska Fishing and Wilderness Dining Excursion.
This is the boat right here. Hopefully we get lucky and catch something.
Heading out of the channel here to some areas that are been pretty good, and we're gonna do some bottom fishing.
After a scenic 40 minutes ride, we landed on a perfect spot.
These are gonna be circle hook rides, so I think that's gonna be the best bet for you out here. So just start reeling nice and slow.
Oh, here it comes. What is it?
Oh, nice keeper-sized halibut here.
I guess we got lunch today.
Nice fish right off the bat. Crew's gonna have their fish prepared on board the ship. Enjoy some fresh Alaskan halibut on board.
To catch a fish in the morning and then have the chef cook it himself, what an honor.
It was so much food, it took 2 crew members just to carry it to the table. A full celebration for everyone in the team.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you to Holland America for all of those incredible experiences. I am going to continue to brag about it on this show. And here's how you can see and experience it all for yourself.
This April, let evening take you to Alaska on a Holland America cruise with the Savor the Journey with Evening sweepstakes. Holland America has been sailing to Alaska for over 75 years, and they are #1 in wilderness and wildlife. See everything from stunning blue glaciers to once-in-a-lifetime animal encounters. Discover experiences too good to hurry through. And Holland America has guaranteed glaciers on every Alaska sailing. Go to king5.com/Alaska for your chance to win a 7-day Alaska cruise with Holland America. Still to come on Evening.
Revolution begins tonight!
It's a sneak peek into a strange sci-fi movie starring Sam Rockwell, premiering Valentine's Day weekend.
Evening is sponsored by Holland America Line.
And welcome back to the show from Tom's Watch Bar. This might be the ultimate spot, perhaps the best kept secret in Seattle sports viewing. They've only been open a little less than a year, so it's okay if you don't know where we are. The corner of Seattle Center campus, we're right across from the arena, in the shadow of the Space Needle. And yes, they're hosting a Super Sunday party. VIP packages available. I should also point, we're just a couple of blocks away from Uptown Cinema, the perfect spot to take in this new science fiction movie in theaters later this month. And I'm told it has a dire warning, an urgent message about our relationship with technology. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Stars Sam Rockwell as a man of the future, trying to save us from ourselves. Saint has the preview.
Hey! This isn't a robbery! I am from the future! And all of this goes horribly wrong.
Sam, tell me about the first time you put on this 40-pound costume with tubes and the wires and the codpiece.
It was a bit of an anxiety attack, actually. I was kind of like, how's this gonna work? It was very heavy, it was cumbersome. It wasn't really comfortable. And I had 6 dressers, a cooling suit. We had to adjust it, tear holes in it. It was not fun at first.
Are any of you even listening to me?
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die opens with an 11-page monologue set in Norm's diner, where Sam Rockwell, as the man from the future, recruits unlikely heroes to save humanity from the dangers of AI and social media. Michael Pena and Zazie Beetz play high school teachers, roles that enhance their empathy for educators.
I feel like it's such a battle, like a Sisyphean task of teachers trying to help nourish our youth, and it's just being like sapped dry by technology and social media and things like that. And I feel like all these like huge corporations are just like sucking us dry.
When director Gore Verbinski got hold of the screenplay, originally written in 2017, he knew right away its message was too urgent to wait.
Look around you. I think the world is kind of crying out, with a sense of like something is off, something is wrong.
Sam Rockwell calls people always looking at their phones palm readers.
Life is looking out, looking at the sky, looking at people, engaging. I think that that's where life is at.
Michael Pena is not sure the horde of teenage extras got the film's message.
They would be on their phone, and then in between takes, they would be on their phone. Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Excuse me?
It's a crazed, chaotic trip, led perhaps by the only actor who could have pulled it off.
The revolution begins tonight!
It's been about 20 years since Roger Ebert called you the, what did he call you? The go-to guy for weirdness. How did that impact your career?
I don't know if it did or not. I think I occasionally play weird people, and I play slightly less weird people. I don't know.
Where does this one stack up?
This guy's pretty weird.
It's gonna be okay, or it's not. I don't know.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is rated R. Saint says it is an early frontrunner for weirdest movie of the year, but he did enjoy the unpredictable journey, and you can see it for yourself. It comes out Valentine's Day weekend.
Up next, what does Safeway, the Seahawks, and Pearl Jam all have in common? They're all teaming up to help this local middle school and impact our community in a positive way.
Wow! Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to the show from Tom's Watch Bar. This might be the best kept secret in Seattle sports viewing. Location is key, and they've got a seat for you on Super Sunday. In fact, I think they have about 3,000 or 4,000 seats. More TVs than you'll know what to do with. And look at this, the ultimate rooftop deck. You can come out here and get competitive by yourself. Jenga, is this in the Winter Olympics yet? Not yet. Patience, kids. And speaking of our Seahawks, they have teamed up with Safeway to complete 50 community impact projects in honor of the team's 50th season. And I can already hear the sweet music. Here's how Washington Middle School felt the impact.
We are here today to surprise Washington Middle School.
Their music program has been saved thanks to a team of heroes. Safeway, the Seahawks, Pearl Jam, and Seattle's City Council.
It was at risk of getting cut because we have two music teachers. We were going to lose one of them because of just budget deficits through the district and all that.
This is a program that feeds right directly into Garfield High School, and the band's phenomenal. And so what they did was they presented a check and they closed that funding gap so they could be able to save the band.
It started as an idea from Seattle City Council President Joy Hollingsworth.
I pitched it to the Seahawks and to Safeway, and then that's when they got Pearl Jam involved with Mike.
We had heard that they needed some money, and we want to support any school that needs help with their music program. It's been a dire situation for a long time in terms of middle schools or high schools that don't have a music program and they're getting cut.
It all came together as part of the Seahawks' 50th season community impact campaign with Safeway. This is just one of the many projects they are tackling in our community.
We are the Seahawks community partner. They came up with a brilliant idea of impacting 50 communities around the region and even around the world. We wanted to be a part of that because we have a lot of stores and communities throughout Washington.
The impact on Washington Middle School was immediate.
It was more inspiring that the students that I work with every day, brilliant kids, are going to have the opportunity to have such a robust program continue.
Keeping music in these kids' lives was a personal endeavor to those involved.
I've been playing piano for over 30 years. I love music. Music saved my life.
Music, to me, emotionally is crucial, and it was crucial in my development as a human being, and it is still to this day.
Safeway and the Seahawks' 50th season community impact project is still charging forward to help the next group in need.
Personal pride here. I got to feature Washington Middle School a couple of years ago as they were battling to save that jazz program. Then I know how much it means to them and the community. And kudos to Safeway and the Seahawks. They have now completed more than 50 of those community impact projects. No signs of slowing. And speaking of teamwork, Team Evening, teaming up with New Day Northwest during the Winter Olympics. You can check out New Day at the game starting Friday, February 6th at 3 o'clock.
When evening returns, we share the beautiful sights and sounds of a raging winter scene at Snoqualmie Falls. Evening is sponsored by Safeway. Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Welcome back to the show from Tom's Watch Bar. I'm watching you from the Watch Bar. Hey, it's Chris Cashman high up here atop the perch, the corner of Seattle Center. And don't forget, they have got a seat for you on Super Sunday. They've got thousands of seats, more TVs than you'll know what to do with, the ultimate rooftop deck, and you can even take advantage of their all-inclusive Go VIP on Super Sunday. Go Seahawks! And speaking of force of nature, we send you off now with Snoqualmie Falls in winter turned up to 11. No, 12.